Hey everyone, it's Casey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a weekly reads video. I've kind of gone off of my August TBR a little bit and kind of deviated from that. So I'm going to tell you about the books I've been reading. So the first book that I read in August was P.S. I Like You. I had only about 100 pages. This is by Casey West. I only had 100 pages left of it. I read it because it's my sister's one of her favorite books, so I wanted to read, obviously, a book that she really liked. So I didn't, it didn't really like it as I was reading it, although it did pick up at the end. It's just like a stereotypical YA romance. It's nothing too deep. These are really light and fluffy. And that's kind of what I was not liking. That there was, you can read a Sarah Dessen or a Morgan Matson, which those are also YA contemporaries, but they're a lot deeper than something like this, where it's just fluff. The problems in the story aren't really actual problems. So I guess when I first picked this up, I was wanting something a little more deeper, and then when I finished it in August, I was wanting something more light, and so I did really like it. So I don't know what I would give this, maybe a 3 out of 5. I don't think, I'm not dying to pick up any more Casey West. I would maybe, if I was in a reading slump, I think they'd be really good to get me particularly out of a reading slump. Or maybe if I was sick or something, or maybe in the springtime, once it starts to get a little warmer, these would be a good transition from winter books to summer books. I don't know, but it was okay. It wasn't anything marvelous, but I'm glad I read it because now I can talk to my sister about it. The second book that I read was I didn't even know about this book until I watched a video by Peace Loves Books. And she was talking about it, and the synopsis just sounded so good. So I got it on my Kindle, because it was only $3.99. Oh, yeah. So it is Weightless by Candy Steiner. Yeah. And this is I don't know if it's really new adult. It's more between new adult and adult. It's definitely smutty. There's lots and lots of sex scenes, but it's not 50 Shades of Grey sex scenes though. It's just normal sex scenes. This book is about I never told you what P.S. I Like You was about. It doesn't matter. Don't read it. Weightless was about she was between her senior year of high school and her college, so I guess no adult. And she was overweight, and her boyfriend of 2 years broke up with her, and so she kind of goes and gets a trainer, and then the trainer's the bad boy of town, and then they start spending more time together, and their relationship evolves, and there's also a little bit of a mystery at the very end. Overall, I really did like it. It was a good kind of nonsense book, right? This isn't Hemingway or anything, but it was really nice, kind of just brainless book. The only thing, and I did really like that she was overweight, because obviously I'm overweight, and it's you don't read a lot of books with overly main characters that especially of romances, they're just not out there. Most of the people that you read about are beautiful, but they don't know they're beautiful, but they're so smart too, and they're these perfect people. So I really liked that she was overweight. It did get into a bit where, especially with her mom, where it was almost when she started losing weight is when the main person started to get happy, and that's the only part that I really didn't like. I thought it was, because overweight people can be happy and can have romance without trying to lose weight. I don't know. That was the only thing I didn't really like. But overall, I did like this book. I would give it, I don't know, a 4. I liked it. It was good. I would probably read more by her. It got a little bit angsty, where it was they're together and then they're not together, and then so I don't know. I liked it, even though I'm talking really bad about it, but so I think I would pick up something again by her, especially if it's only $3.99. I would definitely read something by her again. The next book I read, and it's the one I'm currently reading, I'm like 162 pages, and there's like 298, I think. And it is The Air He Breathes by Brittany C. Cherry. This one I just recently hauled. So this book is self-published, and at first I didn't think it was going to be a problem. And it's not really a problem. It's just, it did take me a couple pages to get into the writing style, and I don't know if it's Brittany C. Cherry's writing style or if it's the fact that it's self-published, so it wasn't edited in a way that I guess most of the romances I read are edited in. There was just writing style wise, I could tell that this wasn't like a book that Harlequin put out, you know? And not that it's poorly written, it's just not as good written, which is something to say, because Harlequin romances, again, are not Hemingway, you know? So, I don't know, that's weird. And then this is really nitpicky, but it's distracting. So, the formatting in the book isn't always consistent. Like, there'll be times where I'll notice the spacing between the words, like each line is different. Like, sometimes the spacing will be bigger and sometimes it'll be smaller. And so that's really distracting. And plus, this is just a pet peeve. Let me see if I can find one. Here we go. So this is just like totally just a pet peeve and just annoying. But so she's ending a chapter and she has one word over here. One word for the whole page. Like, what? What? No, put that word over there. Or like add more words to this page. I don't know. There's a couple of chapters that have been like that, where it'll have like one or two words. And I just want to be like, what? What, girl? Come on. You can't squeeze that in this little sentence. But anyway, that's totally arbitrary. So this story is about, The Air He Breathes is about a man and a woman. They're like, the woman's in her mid-20s and the man is like in his early 30s, and they've both lost their spouse, and they are like devastated. Like, it's been a year since they've each lost their spouse, and they're still like haunted. And like, I've obviously never lost I guess that's not obvious. I've never lost a spouse. So maybe this is true. To me, it felt very dramatic, and it felt like the people that I know in my real life who have lost a spouse did not act like this. Like, the guy, like, it's where they, like, go into themselves, and, I don't know. Am I making sense? Like, they just lost themselves, and the guy grew a beard, and he runs without shoes now, and he, doesn't mow his lawn. He's awful. Like, he's really mean, because he doesn't care, because he can't live without, you know, his wife, and the woman's not as bad as him, but is still like, so like, oh, I can't live without them. And I just feel like, again, like, maybe this is true, how some widowers and widows react. To me, it felt very cliched about how widowers and widows should act and how they do act, and I don't know, I didn't like that, because it's not like what I've been around with people who have lost their spouse. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but I'm gonna move on, because I feel like I'm gonna overtalk that point. So that's the only point I don't like. Where I'm in the book, they're kind of just getting over that stage, so hopefully I'll like the last half better than I like the first half. But overall, unless this picks up in the last half, I'm probably not going to read another Brittany C. Cherry book. And it's like, this gets like 5-star reviews on Amazon. Like, people are like, this is such an emotional, and I'm just like, no, it's like super tripey and very stereotypical. Like, that's not how anyone I've seen in my real life, that's not how they've ever acted. I don't know. It's very dramatic, but whatever. It's again, it's like a sexual romance where it's, you know, where they have like crazy sex scenes or whatever. Anyway, it's over the top. And then the last book, this one is, I'm going to throw in there, even though I'm not currently reading, it's Wrinkle in Time. I started this for Booktubeathon. I still haven't finished it. I haven't actually read any more of it. I don't really want to, but I don't want to not read it. like finish it, because I feel like if I wait too long, then I'm gonna feel the need to go back and reread the first part. So, but I don't want to, after I finish Air Hebrews, I don't want to pick this one up. Like, I want to pick up, I don't know what book I want to pick up, but I know I don't want to pick this one up. So, I think I'm gonna give myself like maybe 2 more books and then come back to it and finish it. I only have like 100 pages. Why can't I finish it? But I don't know, but I don't want to. And now I'm like in this like romance hole where now I think the next book I want to pick up is also going to be a romance. I don't know. My reading, it's crazy. It's not really, but I really went off my TBR with some of these books. But anyway, so that's what I'm currently reading. Not like the best books. I don't know. I need to read like a really good 5-star book lately, but I don't know maybe it'll be A Wrinkle in Time. I don't know. Anyway, let me know down in the comments what you guys are currently reading. I'm always interested to see how closely people stick to their TBRs and things like that. Okay, well, please subscribe and, come back and join me again on another video. Okay, bye.